Hey guys, Ridiculous Badger coming at you from Planet 545, and let's talk about kitting out your Stellax. So for Stella, it's super easy. Look, you want to go Eye of Abyss, or you can go. You got options. Or you could go with a Devastation helmet. Personally, I like Eye of Abyss for that accuracy, and I like the crit damage. The way that we're going to build her out is all damage and accuracy because you want to hit, right? So I've even seen some people rocking the mini Death Star, and as long as you offset it with enough attack, in general, the minus attack and minus crit, it's not going to be a big deal. If you go Titans on weapons, then you could absolutely easily go mini Death Star and not worry. Now, I definitely going to suggest that you go Titans for the weapons rather than Apocalyptors or Skywalkers. Look, to take care of some of your accuracy issues for your gems, you're going to go for sure hit skills. We'll get to that in a minute. You need this attack. You need this attack so much. It's not worth the accuracy on Apocalyptors. And you can see I got some room to grow still. I've still got an APOC on my Stella. But it's not worth the accuracy on that Apocalyptor for the loss in attack that you would be getting for not going through Titans. And I know what you're going to say. Guys. I keep crafting Titans and they suck. They're all at the bottom of the range. And so what? Use them anyway. If you do the math on the Apocalyptors at a plus 13, it is, what is it, 69%? 69%? 65%? What do we got here? 69%? And let's break out the calcumather. So that's 69%. And that's at plus 13. So 0.69 divided by 2.3. So a base Apocalyptor has 30 attack. That's base. Okay. Then it comes to you upgraded to plus 13. But let's take a look. Look at this junk. Boom. Worst Titan, 30%. Same as Apocalyptor. And you're going to say, oh, but it's got the 25% accuracy. Well, okay, so 0.25 divided by 2.3 it's a base of 10% accuracy. Yeah, it's going to keep upgrading, but put that in gems or use a mini Death Star. You'll get better upgrades out of that thing. The loss in accuracy between a Titan and an Apocalyptor is negligible. And you're going to get it better than a plus 30. I haven't seen anyone get the baseline, but even if you get the baseline, it's better. Well, it would be better. It would be the same for attack, so I guess it'd be slightly worse. But look, as long as you get 35 or 32 even on attack on the Titan, it's better than Apocalyptor for attack. So use Titans, craft Titans, put them on Stella. As far as the chest goes, you've got options here. Your Void is going to give you some capability with dodge, and nowadays people are going more into dodge. It's a defensive tactic when you're dealing with a lot of Rangers in Galactic Battle or on Kill Event. Like, anything that applies to Galactic Battle applies to Kill Event, and just a Stella full of Rangers with a Nixa can be scary as hell. If you're not going dodgy, and you don't want to make up the dodge with the Void, then you've got other options. Like, you can go Tyrant. Tyrant is going to be great for that defense, especially the way that recently the devs made defense more important, because having a low defense in a situation where the enemy uses a defense debuff on you can lead to a multiplicative increase in damage. And so to me, that's more important now, like sealed, than HP was. And for me, I was already on the defense side, so now I tend to go more into defense. I love defense, so you'll notice for gems I try my best to go for defense. Other than that, you could go Black Knight. I mean, if you're going to do tier suppression, you want to go Black Knight. I mean, it's going to be your best in slot there. And that's about it. I mean, hey, look, if you're just starting out, Chelidra, whatever the hell this is supposed to be, from whatever the hell culture they pulled this out of, that's your best starting option, in my opinion. For pants, you've got so many pairs of pants that you can wear. Your wardrobe is full of pants. You could go Nixa, which is going to be more of a utility. Stella, which to me, all my comms are utility, so Stella's utility. You could go Maduel for damage, which is great. You just want to do like a ton of damage. And then if you're looking at other options, I mean, you could even go Voltar. But the caveat in all of this, and we haven't really talked about what are the differences in Stella and the X gear, the caveat in all of this is if you go X, keep in mind that for all of these, you want to weigh your capability to hit the enemy with the amount of damage that you do, because not only do you want to hit the enemy, you want to kill the stack. It doesn't have to be in a single hit, but you need to hit the enemy in order to kill the stack, and you need to carry enough damage in order to do it. So a Voltar would be a very decent option for the X, whereas I would say it's a little bit less of an option than for Stella. And also, you might want to consider doing Maduel over Nixa in the X. Speed of God for Stella or the X, I mean, look, it's an option, but to me, I find that these specialized gear pieces are much better to be utilized as swap outs for your main gear set for a situation which specifically calls for it. Like if you're fighting an enemy that has lots of strength and weaken, then I would swap in that Ghost Mask, swap in that Speed of God, and then you use that on your regular gear set and you attack the enemy. To me, that's better than having a little bit of resistance weakened over here on Stella because of its use, and somewhere else having a little bit of it with Ghost Mask. Like, keep that in your pocket, but I wouldn't build it into the main gear set. As far as situations that you would want to utilize the X for over Stella is you want to make sure that you have first strike. You're basically taking advantage of the fact that if you kill a slot, you get another attack, and the attack is a short hit skill. So you want it to be in a situation where you have first strike, so it's before the enemy ever gets a chance to attack you. You want it to be a situation where you either kill the entire column or the enemy will be sending only one row at you. Because either way, if you kill the entire column, or if the enemy only sends one row at you, then your follow-up attack, your Bloodthirst attack, is going to be that extra attack, that sure hit that hits the arc and ends the battle. So what you can do is you could set up the X to be specialized at winning battles without ever getting hit. It's in defensive situations where you can ensure that you get the first strike on the enemy. You could ensure that that strike will hit by using high accuracy gear and by utilizing a number of sure hit gems to make sure that you get a powerful attack that is guaranteed to hit. So think Gemini, think Sagittarius. And it is in a situation where your Bloodthirst skill will give you an attack on the enemy arc. If you set up those conditions, then you have, in a very particular situation, an invincible commander. Whereas with Stella, there's no guarantee that she will always get an extra attack. With the X, there's a way to guarantee it such that you will get an extra attack as long as you have enough accuracy and as long as you have enough attack. One other option that works better for Stella than it works for the X is to go for an Ares 4 set. The Ares gem will knock off 100% attack from the enemy and its stacks, and because Wings of Eternity is a 60% chance to proc there's a very high probability of you being able to stack multiple Ares procs before the enemy gets many attacks off. This could be very good for PvE. It could be very good for PvP on server against people that you are about as big as. But keep in mind, if you attack someone who's much bigger than you with this, eventually they're either going to have enough attack, or you're going to lose stacks, and you're going to lose the capability to proc this multiple times before they go, etc., etc. So the Ares gem set for this is usually best leveraged against an enemy that is not as powerful as you are. But keep in mind, it might be a situation where you are attacking multiple enemies one after another, so it will allow you to stay in a strategic objective and defend it. And then in that particular case, you'd probably want to go with a Tyrant armor, and you would just want to go heavy into damage. So Stella is like a berserker in that she just wants to attack over and over and over again, whereas the X is like an assassin, and she wants to bum rush the enemy right away and take him out. Thanks a lot, guys. If you like this, make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments, give me comments, because I'm a person.